Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new, make sure you hit that subscribe button and let's get right into this video. So today we are going to be doing some pretty cool nails, I think. We're just gonna get right into this and get started. So I don't really know if you'd classify these as fall nails or not, but hey, these are the nails that I wanted to do today and I am super happy with how they turned out. Anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself. I'll explain a little more, but right now we are starting off with the nail prep. So I just added on a peel off base coat, and then I'm putting on another layer of base coat. This is just regular base coat. This is for the Gel X that we're going to be doing. But yeah, I kind of skipped past nail prep today because I just was not really feeling it with the nail prep, to be honest. I just wanted to get started on these nails and yeah, I just skipped nail prep. I didn't even think about it. So we're going to be doing some Gel X nails today. I know it's another Gel X video. I just did Gel X in my last video, but this one wasn't really planned. I more so just really did not feel like doing polygel. Gel X was the next best thing. So I sized out the full cover tips and I'm reshaping the cuticle areas to make sure that they match my nail and so that they can fit better. And after I did all of the cuticle areas of the full cover tips, I didn't really trim them down. I just trimmed down the thumbnail because I wanted these all to be super long still, so didn't trim anything except the thumbnail because the thumbnail is oddly longer than the rest of them. And now we are going to get gluing these on. I'm just using some base coat to adhere these full cover tips, and I'm using it as my Gel X system today because I don't really do anything fancy for Gel X. Base coat works well for me, so that's what I use. This is just a chill, longer video I wanted to do. Let me give you the rundown of what was happening before I started this nail set. I was really stuck because, like I've been saying this whole month basically, these fall nails have been really stumping me on like what designs to do. And I know I have gotten comments that was like, just do what you like we don't care. And I know, I get it, I could do whatever nails I want, but I just feel like I like going with the seasons a lot unless I have a really random design that I really want to do. But also I kind of wanted to push myself to try doing fall nails because I really have never done fall nails. Once in a while here and there in the past, but that's pretty much it. So I actually did want to try doing fall nails and see if I could like it, but honestly guys, the color palette, I don't like the colors of fall. It's like, yeah, like I get it, like it's cozy and fall like, but I just don't like those colors. They're just not my favorite colors. So yes, I could have just forgotten fall nails and did whatever I wanted, but I just felt like anything else I would have chosen would have been random. It just felt like no nail set I was finding was even appealing. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, even though yes, I could stray away from fall nails, I still felt like I wasn't finding any other nails that were really intriguing me. And then I just was like, okay, get your day together, go sit down and try and find something to do, dang it. So that's what I did. I sat down at my nail desk. I did have a few designs in mind, a little bit more on the extravagant side. I also have really been wanting to do the bangle nail trend that's been going on where it looks like bracelets on your nails, you know, like the bangle bracelets. I've been wanting to do that, but I also felt like I didn't really have the mental energy to just do that. So I went for more of a design inspired by the gemstone looking nails on this nail inspiration that I found, and that is how this whole set came to be. I didn't really have any other inspiration, but I definitely feel like I have seen this design going around, so I probably have that stored in my brain memory somewhere, and I'm just like, yeah, pulling from that. So we're doing this like gemstone golden design. I just really needed to do a nail set that I was like, these look so cool, they look fun to do, and and they're doable at the same time. And I also wanted these nails to be extra long. Like, I was just itching to do some long nails. I felt like Gel X would be the best for this, because if I did polygel, it would have taken me so long, okay? I didn't feel like doing polygel. Kind of was just doing this design based off of the one nail in the inspiration picture, and then was kind of making it up as I went. Anyway, but enough of the rambling backstory. I'm sorry. I talk a lot. Like, I have this voiceover microphone in front of me. I just feel like I can talk. Anyways, let me focus. So let me actually talk about this nail set. I did the Gel X, applied all the nails, and then I shaped them. I didn't have any acetone to fully seal the cuticle areas as I normally like to do it, because my mom stole my acetone that I have, and now that thing is gone in the wind. I have no clue where that thing is. And yeah, so I just had to shape these the best I could and make them as seamless as I could without the acetone. And that was it, and I just got to go ahead and start on the nail art, which I liked, especially on the days where I'm just like, I just want to do this nail design. I don't really feel like spending so much time on the actual construction of these nails. We're immediately getting into this nail art. My first nail that I started with was the thumbnail. This was just kind of my tester nail. I'd already had a tester nail before this one actually, but this is just my second tester nail. So I started off with a jelly black gel polish base. I mixed some clear top coat with some black gel polish and just made this sheer black color because I have seen that people use black as a base for gold, and I guess it's just a good base for gold chrome. I don't really know, okay, the reason, but I see people do it so often that I'm like, let me just do it too, because I don't know. You know, I just do what I see people do. Because if I did not put any color base, it might have looked a little bit see-through, like you might have been able to see through the gold chrome as well, so this just added a little bit more of a base to the nails. And then after I painted that on, I did all of the 3D nail art. To do the 3D nail art, I just used the Rhinestone Glue bottle itself and just squirted on a big ol' circular glob onto my nail, and it was actually pretty easy, like surprisingly easy. It wasn't that hard to do. You just kind of have to shape it the best as you go and cure it instantly, that way it doesn't run around and it doesn't start spreading. And then those will be the spots that we put the gemstone type of nail art. And I filled in all the empty space with more Rhinestone Glue swoops, you know, just to make it look more abstract. Cured all that fully, then I painted over everything with a layer of specific gel for chrome powder, and this is just to help the chrome powder stick onto it easier, and it does. I love this chrome powder gel. You just cure it for however long and the chrome sticks to it so easily. And once that was cured, I started rubbing on this gold chrome, and it was super satisfying to look at and just looks so cool. As you can see, I was comparing it to my tester nail, and I used a different shade of gold chrome because I felt like the first chrome I tried was a little obnoxious. It was a little bit too bright yellow. This one was a bit more toned down, which I liked. And then I moved on to doing the gemstones. I also don't know if this nail art is called Gemstone Nail Art, but I'm calling it that because it reminds me of gemstones, so that's what I'm calling it. I wasn't sure what colors I wanted to do because the only color I tested was this light green color, which I really liked the light green. I thought that color was so cool. But I also really liked the idea of red. I felt like red could give a little bit more fall vibes if we care about the fall season right now, which when I was doing this nail set, I didn't really, wasn't really focusing on fall, but I liked the red color after I tried it, and I was like, I actually like the combination of this red and green together. They just looked good together. So I was like, why don't I do multiple different colored gemstones? It doesn't have to all be the same color. So that's what I did. I painted on the red, painted on the light green. And then I went over with some cat eye gel polish, used the magnet to make it nice and reflective until it was to my liking. And for the red color, as you can see, it kind of got taken over by the cat eye. The cat eye is just too bright and reflective for you to even see the red color underneath. So I went in with the jelly red and painted over it. And you can still see the cat eye shimmer, but now it's just red. And to make a jelly color, I had a few gel polishes that were already jelly. But to make jelly color, you can just mix some of the gel polish in with some top coat, and that's how you make jelly gel polishes. Is this cute? I mean, I kind of like this. But is it a bit, it doesn't really make sense? Because, I tried it with, this tester. That's what it looked like. I mean, I like it. It gives it something else to look at, but I just don't think it makes sense. I think I'm just gonna leave it like this. So once I have the gemstone colors and the cat eye on, I'm going in with a bunch of rhinestone glue, a huge heaping glob of rhinestone glue. And I just put that in the center of one of the gems, tried to smooth it out all the way to the edges the best I could. If you see me flipping my hand over, that is to make the rhinestone glue kind of smooth out, go more towards the center, so that way it didn't spread out too much. Another thing, when I did this first glob of rhinestone glue, I got a massive heat spike. That thing hurt. It felt like my nail was cooking under there. So just a warning, because I didn't realize that was going to happen. If you are putting that much rhinestone glue on a part where your natural nail is, do it in layers. So moving forward, I put on a thinner layer of the rhinestone glue, cured that, and then I go in with a bigger glob. And then after that, I didn't get any more heat spikes, so I learned my lesson. That was so painful. Got to the point where I was gonna rip off the nail because it was felt like my nail was cooking under there. It was so hot. Anyway, so just be careful with that much gel curing on your nail at once. But this is mostly for over the parts where it's your natural nail, because that green gem is over my natural nail, so that's why I was burning so badly. So we still have the rest of the nails to do. I started off with the black sheer gel polish base and just painted on a layer of that over all the nails. I didn't really mind if it was a little uneven or messy because, you know, we're gonna go over it with the gold chrome anyway. You're not really gonna see this. This is just to add some base to the nails, make it a little bit darker for the gold. And then I kind of repeat everything I do on the thumbnail once more, doing the 3D rhinestone glue, painting on the chrome gel, and then going over with chrome and all that stuff. I feel like I need to apologize for how much I've been rambling. I feel like I've been talking so much. Has there been a pause yet where I don't talk during this whole video so far? Do you guys like that? Do you guys like if I am talking the whole time, or you prefer some breaks from my voice? Yeah, if you thought you could escape me, I'm still not done talking. So yeah, I just have like a little bit of an update for you guys because we are coming to the end of September now, which is crazy, but I feel like I have been checking in with you guys at the end of every month that I've been back from my extremely long break. If you guys don't know, I took a year-long break. Well, basically a year long. It was 11 months from my YouTube channel. And I have been back since the end of June. I don't really count June because it was like the last week of June. So I would more so say like July, August, and now September. I've been back. And now that we're coming to the end of the month, I just wanted to check in. I just, you know, like a little chit chat on how I'm doing possibly. I just want to say that this is gonna be my last video of the month. I am joking. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to scare you if that scared you. That was mean. That was mean of me. I won't do that again. I just had to get that out of my system. It's just my last video of the month. I usually like to upload all the way up to the end of the month, but this month, this week, I am leaving this as my last upload for this month because I'm going on a trip next month in October. I need to start pre-recording some videos for that. I'm just not gonna have enough time to film another video for this month and get it up by the end of this month, so this is gonna be the last one for September. But don't worry, I'm not taking a break or anything. Like, I'm gonna upload probably right at the beginning of October. It's just for like the last few days of September. I'm just being dramatic. I don't know, a little bit of drama in your day. In my day. Yeah, so I just need to start preparing for my trip. You know what? I guess I could tell you guys, because why not? Or should I wait to tell you where I'm going? Maybe I'll wait. I'll wait until my next video to tell you guys where I'm going. I'm excited, and I just want to make sure that I also don't neglect my YouTube channel while I am excited for my trip, because I feel like that has been a problem for me in the past. If I get really excited over something, I like to ditch everything else. I like to ditch all of my responsibilities and just focus on being excited for what is coming up. If anybody can relate to that, like, please, like, just tell me I'm not alone in that. So I'm trying not to do that. I'm trying to be prepared and be responsible, because I just have a feeling that it might be a little bit harder for me to get back into doing videos after my trip, because it's like all the after trip happiness is gone. You know, everything that you were looking forward to is done, and then now what? Now you got to get back to your regular life. So just to make sure that I don't completely stop uploading, I'm gonna film some videos to have ready and scheduled for October. And I know October is Halloween. Okay, that is like one of my favorite months, one of my favorite seasons of nails. I love Halloween nails, and I do not want to miss that. Because of my trip and having to pre-record some videos, I'm not really sure how many Halloween nail sets I'm gonna be able to do for the month. I am hoping at least just one video a week for October, minimum. And I know that's so little, that's only 4 nail sets, but my trip is gonna be happening simultaneously. I also need to prepare for my trip as well, you know? But I think this is a big improvement from how I've done things in the past, at least making sure that the month is taken care of. If I decide after my trip that I'm like, okay, I don't feel like doing anything, I'll at least have a video to go up every week, just in case. But I am hoping that after my trip, I am not gonna forget about all my responsibilities, and I will be able to film more nail sets and get those up more so in the second half of October. But yeah, I just wanted to update you guys. October might be a little bit sparse with the uploads, but I'm going to try and do as many Halloween nail sets as I can after my trip. Oh, and then also another thing, I have been telling you guys that Sister Spice, which is my older sister, and she does creepy Reddit stories story episodes on my channel for when we do her nails. I have been telling you guys that she was supposed to be back here for September. It just didn't work out. She's been working a lot recently. She hasn't been able to come in and get her nails done in a timely manner, because why is this girl giving me like half of a day to do both of her hands? I know she's gonna ask for some crazy designs, and she's gonna also read creepy Reddit stories during the nail set. Like, she's asking too much. And then she goes on to tell me that she only has one day for her to get her nails done. And it's like, girl, I can't not do both of your hands in one day. That's just not happening for me. Or us. Yeah, so it just hasn't worked out, guys. And for her work, she types a lot, so she can't have like one hand have nails and one hand not have nails. It just feels uneven for her. So yeah, creepy Reddit stories are going to be postponed. I'm hoping for October. I really am. For those of you who like the creepy Reddit story episodes. Anyways, I think that is kind of it for my updates. Just that October might be a little bit sparse with the uploads at least once a week, I'm hoping. I will talk about my trip, my next videos, because that's pretty exciting. If you guys want to know about my trip coming up, I'm excited for my trip. And then also that Sister Spice has not been able to come in for some nails, even though I said that I would force her to, but it hasn't worked out. Yeah, that's about it for my, end of the month update for you all. I feel like this is good to have, just like my last video for the month, just update you guys on how I'm doing and what's to come. Yeah, but I've been doing good with my videos. Like I said, I feel like September has just been a struggle month for me to find nail designs that I actually want to do, find the motivation to do some fall nails. Once again, I know I don't have to, but I wanted to try to stay on theme for the month. But now that we're gonna get into October nails, Halloween nails, I'm just so much more excited for that. I'm so much more motivated, even though I might not be able to do as many as I would really like to. My editor is still working for me. If you don't know, my little sister is my editor. She helps me edit like the bulk of the video. She doesn't do the funny parts, okay? I do the funny parts. I am the comedic genius behind my videos, just to make that clear. She just does the boring part and trims it all down so that way I could add all the funny stuff. Except she didn't edit this video, so I don't want her to have credit for all of my videos because sometimes she doesn't edit, okay? Sometimes she slacks. Sometimes she slacks off, okay? And that's just the truth of having your little sister as an employee. I was the one who had to edit this whole video start to finish. I'm just joking around, guys. My sister helps me most of the time for my videos, and she does get paid now. She's not an unpaid employee. She is earning her fair share. Yeah. So thank you to you guys, because without you guys, first of all, I would not have a job, and second of all, my little sister would not have a job. So it's like, you guys are employing us both. You really are. So thank you guys for watching my videos, and I hope they can bring you some entertainment, some joy, some inspiration for nails, and possibly maybe even some helpful tips on your nail journey. So like, yes, of course I could do nails that I like. I could be selfish and greedy and just do what I like. But also I like to think about you guys, and maybe you guys want fall nails, Maybe some of you out there have been wanting to do fall nails, and I just want to share some nail inspiration if I can for fall. So that's why I challenged myself to try and do some fall nail sets. For these nails, I really enjoy doing them. I think these nails are just so nice to look at. Like, they look fake, right? They look fake. They just don't look real. They just look so cool to me. And I just love the abstractness of it. I love the design, and it's just, so cool. I love this. So to me, I think this nail set is such a fun nail set to end September off with. And if you want to count it as fall, I feel like you could. To me, I kind of do see it as fall a little bit because of the gold and the color palette of the gemstones. I hope you guys don't mind that I've been yapping a lot for this whole video, talking about random stuff, not really the nail set. The nail set is pretty simple though, honestly. It's just like a few steps and kind of the same thing for every nail. Nothing really gave me trouble for this nail set, so that's why I feel like what you're seeing on the screen is pretty much how it went. So I finished the nails off with some top coat. I cleaned off all of the gold leftover chrome from my cuticle areas. And then I added on some cuticle oil. And here are how the nails turned out. Let me know what you guys think of this nail set in the comments. Gosh, I mean, you already heard my thoughts. I love them. I think they're so cool. And they just look so crazy to look at. I don't know. Like, what do you guys think? Please let me know in the comments. This was genuinely such a fun nail design to do. I liked how the steps were pretty simple. It's abstract, so you can't really mess up too badly. You kind of just do whatever feels right to you until you get it to your liking. The rhinestone glue was pretty simple, especially since I could just squeeze it straight from the tube onto my nail. It just made it so easy. Such an enjoyable nail set. I love the nail sets like these that it's not too hard, but it looks so complicated that it looks like it should be really hard to do. And then I love how it's just so extra. It's so extravagant. I love these. I love these nails. I love nail designs like this. I'm super happy with these. I'm glad that this is what I ended up doing for this nail set, even though I did like the original inspiration picture and I did like the idea of doing the bangle viral nail art that's been going around. I just felt like this was doable for me at the moment and I love it. I love how it turned out. So yeah, we did some Gel X nails, left them extra long. I wanted to do extra long nails so badly. It only took me like 30 minutes for the Gel X, like to apply it and to shape it, which is really good. You know, with polygel, at this length, it would have taken me like at least a couple hours to put on the polygel and to shape it afterwards. Sometimes you just have to skip past the structure of the nail or like what you're making your nail out of just so you can get to the nail art. Sometimes the thing that you really want to do is the nail art, and that's what I wanted to do. These are the type of nails that you just don't want to stop looking at them. Gosh, these are so cool. My favorite nail, I would have to say, is the thumbnail. I love that color combination with the red and the green the most. That nail is just so beautiful to me. I like how I could make the gemstones super big because it's on the thumbnail. You get more space on the thumbnail. Wow, these just look magical. These look magical and mystical. They really look like gemstones, like they look like rings. Ugh. Please let me know your thoughts in the comments. Would you recreate this? If you like this design, please give it a try. It's not as hard as it might seem. And then picking all the gemstone colors was really fun to do as well. I felt like a jewelry maker. If I could have 2 hands done of these nails, I would be so happy. You know me, I just go around with 1 hand. But yeah, that is pretty much it for this video, guys. I know I talked a lot during it. I might cut down like a lot of my talking if it's quite frankly annoying, but sometimes we need a little bit of a catch up, you and me, you know, like in the good old days when I would just talk about randomness, like my school and stuff, which I don't really got anything going on like that. So the only fun thing I have going on is my trip coming up, like I said. But sometimes me and you need a catch up. Sometimes I just need to update you guys on my channel, my videos, how I'm feeling, you know, things like that. because why not? Maybe this is a good video to go to sleep to if my voice is like boring, and yeah, maybe you can just fall asleep. I'll just bore you to sleep. Let me end the video. That is pretty much it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed this one. I love how these nails turned out. I wish I could wear them forever kind of thing. I wish I could have them on both of my hands. I would encapsulate these in a resin block so I could keep them forever kind of thing, you know? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I will talk to you guys next time. Bye!